Don't let the size of the best mini PCs fool you. They may be small, but they're packed full of power, giving you the flexibility to work when, where, and how you want. A lot of people use mini PCs for streaming videos, light gaming, coding, or office tasks, to conferencing and data storage. Sometimes known as a NucBox or thin client, they're a discrete choice compared to desktop computers and laptops. Better still, they're configurable, versatile, and often more affordable too. The most powerful mini PC is capable of everything from gentle online browsing to gaming and video editing. To help you find the right model, we've listed the top 5 mini PCs and their key features, plus the things you need to consider to help you choose the best one for you. And as always, you can check pricing for any of these products in the description below. Like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Now let's get started. Number 5. Beelink SEi12 Pro. Ultimate Performance NucBox from Beelink. Those looking for the fastest in UC might head to the new Intel NucBox Pro, but that assumption might be premature. The Beelink SEi12 Pro 7735HS, as the name infers, is built around the latest AMD Ryzen 7000 mobile technology and can match or better the latest Intel 13th Gen silicon. The AMD Ryzen 7000 series processor in this tiny computer has 8 cores and can process 16 threads, making it one of the most powerful small system platforms. Combined with 32 GB of DDR5 4800, a Gen 4 NVMe drive, and a chipset that includes Thunderbolt, a 2.5 GB LAN port, and Intel Wi-Fi 6E 2111, expect a very positive user experience. At the time of writing, there is only one SKU that comes with 32 GB of RAM and 512 GB of storage. However, these machines can be upgraded to 64 GB and at least 2 TB of storage through drop-in replacements. Dismantling the machine to add these upgrades could be easier, but it's something most users will only do once. Our only other complaint is that the single Thunderbolt port is on the front, whereas the rear might have been a better option for those with docking stations. Number 4. GMKTech NucBox K1. Tiny and cheap NucBox with bags of power. Excellent performance offered by the Ryzen 7 6800A processor and its integrated Radeon 680M GPU to outstanding effect. Using the same mobile processor as many high-specification laptops, making the K1 very close in performance to the Beelink SEi12 Pro 7735HS that uses the Ryzen 7 7735HS mobile CPU. The entry-level SKU for the NucBox K1 is a cheap, bare-bones system where the purchaser must supply the DDR5 memory, NVMe, and an operating system. Alternatively, it can come pre-configured with up to 32 GB of memory and 1 TB of NVMe Gen 4 storage at a greater cost. However, beware that our review SKU came with a single 16 GB memory module that underperformed without access to the bandwidth of dual-channel memory. With dual memory modules installed, the K1 is easily fast enough to blood the nose of the Intel NucBox 13 Pro and trounce any Core i5 or Celeron-powered machines. Access for memory or storage changes is remarkably easy and doesn't even require the removal of screws. The only other point that needs making about the K1 is that while it comes with a USB 4.0 port, this isn't one that is also Thunderbolt compatible. Overall, for the asking price, this is an amazing mini PC and has the performance scope to handle numerous tasks in the home and office. Number 3. Geekom AS6. More power and bandwidth than the AS5. The AS6 is a different beast compared to the AS5. This NucBox system might look identical from the outside, but the Zen 3 Plus processor and DDR5 in this system can deliver a dramatically improved performance. Combining better bandwidth with DDR5 memory, a more power-efficient processor, a superior GPU, and a PCIe 4.0 infrastructure, the AS6 has almost everything going for it. If it has weaknesses, these include a noisy cooling system, all plastic construction, and the same ASUS-designed interior layout, where the motherboard is in two parts connected by a flexible ribbon cable. However, it has USB 4.0, and the two 2280 M2 NVMe slots are both Gen 4, allowing for plenty of performance storage to be added alongside a 2.5-inch SATA mechanism. Sadly, Geekom supplies the machine with only a Gen 3 NVMe drive, but swapping it for something faster is a relatively inexpensive and straightforward exercise. With an asking price between $659 and $749, depending on the largely processor-optional SKU, this isn't a cheap design, but it represents good value for a machine with 32 GB of RAM and 1 TB of storage as standard. For those wanting a high-performance NuC system that can take on most office challenges, the Geekom AS6 is yet another practical option. Number 2. Beelink U59 Mini PC. A mini system done right. It can come with 8 GB or 16 GB of RAM and up to a 512 GB SATA SSD installed. Even with that modest silicon, the U59 performs well at basic tasks and has potential as a small office machine or for embedded applications. For 8 GB customers, the RAM can be upgraded to 16 GB, along with the M2 SATA storage. There is also a bay inside for a 2.5-inch drive for even more storage options. What seals this deal is the relatively low asking price of both the 8 GB and 16 GB models and the bloatware-free Windows 11 installation. Including dual HDMI outputs and dual gigabit LAN ports, neatly positions the U59 for embedded use, ideal for providing product presentations or as a self-contained firewall. The Beelink U59 is easily one of the better NuC-sized machines we've seen, and it's cheap enough for even the tightest budgets. At the low asking price, the U59 is a complete no-brainer for anyone wanting to create a firewall or embedded presentation system. And with 16 GB of RAM, it's also usable for basic PC tasks. Number 1. Apple Mac Mini M2 2023. Apple's little PC gets a big upgrade. Apple dropped an impressive update to its popular Mac Mini, boasting a new M2 chip and a lower price than the M1 2020 model. For businesses looking to maximize ROI, look no further than the Apple Mac Mini M2. Offering incredible performance and a lower price point, it's a machine that's hard to beat. With Apple claiming 1.9 times better CPU performance and 2.6 times faster GPU performance over the M1 model, we are keeping the Mac Mini at the top of our best computers for the business list, including the best mini PC of the year, especially when we compare it to more expensive machines or less powerful ones. Yes, we know that when you're looking for the best mini PC, you might not think of a Mac, but with the ability to install Windows on the Mac Mini with ease, the hardware specs are hard to overlook. The Mac Mini 2023 is by far the best mini PC you can buy right now. Apart from the design, Apple has improved its most affordable Mac by every metric. It's more powerful, comes with an option for an even more powerful M2 Pro chip, and the price of its base model is cheaper than ever. If you're looking for a compact PC to sit unobtrusively on your desk, in a studio, or even under a TV, this is an excellent choice. Even die-hard Windows users may be tempted.